we're just going to have Coach Brew and Coach Close just go over a basic, called stuff the head half. Guy's already broken down to his belly. We're not going to work on the breakdown at this point. And Coach Close is just going to take his left hand, stuff the head down right there, and he's going to bump the elbow forward, shoot the half. And I like to say, when you shoot that half, if you're wearing a watch, you should be able to read that watch. At the same time, he's going to be getting off to the side, digging those toes in, and just drive him over, and you're going to tee off. Go ahead, just tee off, and elbow deep right there, and get the pin, perpendicular pin. Takes him over, boom, right there. And then once we get him on the side, sometimes, let's go back to the middle, just run him over. Go ahead, shoot it, take him over, tee off. Sometimes you're going to have to dig that bottom hand out, reverse his grip, boom, bring it up there. We call it waving to the crowd, and he'll step up and stack that up on his thigh and tee off, forehead to the mat, and just keep cranking that head up, getting the pin. So one more time, just stuffing the head, bumping the elbow forward, he's digging those toes in, boom, running that thing off, teeing off chest to chest, elbow deep, right there, and making sure that hand's out, and then finish it, teeing off, set, dropping him down nice and slow, perfect. Okay, this time Coach Close has the half in. Coach Brew is going to build up. He's going to gather the wrist and work a sweep half.
Okay, so again, my hips are in. I'm trying to keep my chest big right here. I'm crowding, I'm spreading out Coach Brew the best I can. I'm going to run to this wrist, okay? And Coach Brew's still fighting me. So I'm going to explode upward, and my feet are both going to windshield wiper towards Coach Brew's feet right now. They're going to go this way hard. And I'm really going to focus on pulling on this wrist, okay? I'm not really going to need a lot of lift with my half side. Okay, he'll be fighting down hard. My knee also is in front. I'm going to give a little hip check too. Okay, a little hockey hip check. My left hip's going into him as I windshield wiper my feet. Okay, from here, if you feel good stacking, you can stack the guy up if you really got that feel, but best bet, just go elbow to the mat again, crank that up. You can let go of the wrist, but it makes it harder for the guy to bridge if you leave your arm in there. It just depends what feels good to you. Stop. You want to feel the pin.
Walk him through one more time, Coach, with your feet facing the camera so you can see what's going on with your knees.
Yeah. The face.
There we go. There we go.
Half side, he starts coming out, spreading out. You can see where I got my knee in front. I mean, if I could spike him over right here, that's fine, but Coach Brew's still coming up, spike me. My feet are going to windshield wiper towards Coach Brew's feet. I'm going to explode upward. I'm going to really be lifting this wrist. And I'm going to take everything across my body, okay? The farther I can take him, the better. In the match, you really only need to get the guy to the far shoulder, and you got him. But when you're drilling this, you're going to want to explode upward, bang your hip in here, and really take it as far as you can. Okay? From here, elbow to the mat. I mean, if I get here and I've got 10 seconds, I should take my time and pin the guy. Don't rush and miss it, because I got plenty of time. I'll boom here. Any referee in the world will know where to stand on this one. Okay, arching in. I can let the wrist go if I want to. Dig this arm out, bottom hand, and go right there.
One thing too, when you're teaching this, you need to make sure, like Coach Close said, that the whole objective is to bring it down the far shoulder. It might take 2 or 3 sweeps sometimes to get this. Go ahead and show him. You get tough on the bottom, and he has to sweep it several times. Right there, and then that's going to happen too, where sometimes you'll sweep, and then spike him over. They'll do a combo of the sweep and the spike. So once they understand the spike him over technique, the sweep technique, then you get the bottom guy a little bit tougher, and you might have to. It might take 2 sweeps, you get him on his side, and then run him over. Sometimes you'll sweep, and then you can just spike him straight over. You get him in there, and that's where some situational wrestling will really get him going good. Anything else, Coach? Okay, this time we've broken the guy down. We're starting here with the half, and Coach Brew builds up to his base, and Coach Close is going to walk him through how to gather the wrist and spike him over.
Okay, once I feel him start building his base, a big thing is I'm not going to stick my butt out. I'm going to keep my hips in here, and I'm going to even try to spread them out with my knee. My inside knee is in front blocking here, and I'm going hips in, big chest here, and he might post that hand up. I'm just gonna run him over to that wrist. Okay, and because I'm not sticking my butt out here, hips are in. All you gotta do is I'm gonna fan my elbow out a little bit. I'm gonna pinch my elbow, if I can right over the top here. You get a real obvious pin for the referee to see. So, one more time. We're down, get my hip on, Coach Bruce coming up on. Hips are in. Okay, I ran into this wrist. Okay, I didn't, try and reel it in, just using my hand. I'm spreading them out with my bottom knee. And now I just pinch my elbows, stick my hip in right here, and you can stack that guy up. Keep everything tight.
And then if Coach Brew does flip over, then you're going to tee off. I'll go ahead and flip through once, Coach Brew. He flips through, you get a circle, tee off on him, go to that perpendicular pinning position. Perfect. Okay, still working our half here, and guy's a little bit tougher on the bottom, so we got to use a pry bar, like a power half. And Coach Close goes to shoot the half, and he's keeping his elbow back, can't quite get it in, so he's going to do his pry bar, where he puts the forearm in the back. This left hand, palm is facing, this is perfect. He's got like a gable grip right in here, and then he's going to use that pry bar to drive that elbow forward, sink that half where it needs to be, where he's reading that watch, tees off on him, takes him over elbow deep, and finishes it. Perfect. Notice how Coach Close sinks that elbow, lifts that head, and just drops those shoulders down nice and slow, right, really tight. Okay, we're going to work a head lever breakdown, and this is great for, it's a great breakdown, number one, has great offense from it, very punishing, and also, maybe it's the first step of teaching a spiral, of teaching how to, I call it whipping the hip down, breaking the hip down with spiral motion. So we're going to go head lever breakdown, and we're going to do a duck under to a half from here. So go ahead, Hogue. Hogue's going to drop, on the whistle, he would drop down, and this arm's going to drop and pry in the thigh. Head's going to come underneath the pit. He's going to get his hips out the side. And I like to just cup right in front right here. Just cup at the wrist. Now, the mistake most kids make is they're going to want to try to pull this arm back like this. Okay? That's not what we're doing. We're driving on our toes, driving forward. Hogue's going to drive his shoulder, Jake's shoulder way down here. So he's going to, it's a forward spiral motion. So he's going to be driving forward in a spiral. And at the same time, he's going to whip the hip down underneath and go ahead and break him down. Boom, he whips that hip down, okay? So he's got his hip down right here. He's got a lot of pressure. You're really grinding a lot of pressure into his shoulder. He's got that arm straight over here. He's on his toes. He's out to the side. Now from here, what he's going to do is he's going to take this arm out. He's going to lift it. He's going to duck under. As he ducks under, this is explosive. Okay, you hit this thing quick. He baseball slides, and then he's going to take a big step up with this foot and throw a half, and just freight train him over with this thing. Yeah. So you break it down. You got to break it down. Lift the arm, duck, baseball slide, and big step up, half, freight train him over. One more time. Explosive. Once you go with the duck, it's got to be explosive. Boom, boom, right there. Baseball slide, lift, duck, and then big step up, throw that half, and freight train him over, run him down to his back, tee off on him, chest to chest, get the pin.